guys, it's Eddie the Magic Monk. Eddie the Magic Monk. Eddie the Magic Monk. Eddie the Magic Monk.
Hey guys, Eddie the Magic Monk here. In this series of videos, I'm going to be explaining to you guys how to play Chinese chess in a very effective way so that basically people around me, if you watch these videos, you have a chance at beating me in this game. So let me give you a little bit of background about myself as well as why you would want to learn Chinese chess, especially from me. So I basically started playing Chinese chess when I was about 5 or 6 years old, about the same time that I could read and write. I started playing Chinese chess. So I went to primary school in Taiwan where I was born. I joined the chess club when I was in primary school. When I was at school, I played against my friends. I played against my teachers, my dad, my grandpa. Everyone around me plays Chinese chess. So it's something that I grew up with. I also speak Mandarin, so I'm pretty passionate about the language, sharing the language, speaking the language. So not only will I be explaining the chess, how to move the pieces to you, you'll also gain some understanding of the pieces, how to say them in Chinese, what they mean, and things like that. So why would you want to learn how to play Chinese chess? Well, if you are a multicultural person, if you're interested in culture, let's say one day you travel to China, maybe you travel to Taiwan, or a lot of Asian countries, you'll see people play this game at the park or at the village or markets or wherever. And you can play this game with people and you can make a lot of friends. You can learn a lot more about people if you know a bit about their culture. So even if you don't speak Chinese, I would strongly encourage you to learn this game if you're interested in Chinese culture. You don't have to fully speak the language in order to play this game. Okay, so let's now get started with lesson 1. And you see this board on the screen and all this Chinese writing, and you're probably a little bit freaked out. How are you going to learn all this? So don't worry, because the way I teach things, being a very experienced senior teacher, is I'm going to break it down for you so that you learn a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. It's never going to be too much. I just teach you one little thing at a time. You're going to master it. You're going to know everything about it by the end of watching my videos. So this is the Chinese chess layout. This is how you lay the pieces out. But we're not going to worry about any of the pieces except one. Okay, so I'm going to cross everything out. Okay, so don't worry about any of the pieces that I have crossed out. We're just going to focus on these 10 pieces at the front. So you have probably noticed that these 5 pieces have the same writing on the bottom in red, and these 5 pieces have the same writing in black. Okay, so 2 people play against each other in this game, just like in real chess. Let's say this is player 1. Right, this is player 1, and this is player 2. Player 2. So these are the pieces that you control as the second player, and these are the pieces you control as the first player. Okay, so I'm just going to look at the red player, and let's look at the first piece, which is this piece here. They're all the same writing. Okay, and what does it mean? It means soldier. It means soldier. Okay, so what about the black writing? This also means soldier. So you might say, okay, well, if they're both soldier, why is it different? Why don't we just make it the same writing. Okay, very simple, because to make it very obvious, okay, that the chess pieces are on different teams, other than just the color, one is black, one is red, obviously, we also make the writing a little bit different. And I know that for you guys, it's very hard because you don't read the writing, but because this is Chinese chess, with a Chinese audience, it is very obvious to them that it is very easy to read. They both mean soldier, but they just have a different pronunciation, so Chinese people can know which piece is on which team a lot easier. So I'm now going to break down each of the writing. So this first word is written like this, and it's pronounced zu. Zu. Okay. Zu is how you pronounce it. Z-U. Zu. And the second writing, the second character is written like this, and it's pronounced bing. Bing. Okay. So zu. Z-U. Zu. So say it with me. Zu. And the second character, this red one, bing. Bing. Okay, so that is the pronunciation and the character of each of the pieces. You can also practice writing it out with the correct stroke order. So that's the first one, zu. And the second one is bing. This is how you write it out if you want to try it out yourself. Okay. So that is basically the first Chinese chess piece. And now I will show you how to move it. How to move it. Okay, so this is how you move. Firstly, the color red always starts first. Okay, so usually if you're playing against someone and whoever has the red piece on their side would start first. There's no real advantage to starting first. Just because you start first doesn't mean you're going to win. Okay, so you can just randomly decide on who starts first, maybe through paper, scissors, rock. Don't worry about the person starting first winning. Okay, so you can see that I put a second piece on the board. We're not going to worry about it at the moment, but that is basically the opponent's king. If you think about it in terms of English chess, it's basically the king. All right, but in Chinese chess, it's the general, the leader of the battle. So they call it the general, and the objective is basically to take down the general. Whichever side kills the other team's general will win. So let's talk about how to play. Okay, now the soldier, or if you're thinking in English chess, you can also say pawn. The pawn, what you can do is you can move the chess piece forward one step. So this piece right now, I'm going to choose to move it just one step forward. Okay, so that is how you move the pawn in Chinese chess, one step forward. That's it. Now, the black piece, it's the same rule. So they're going to move one step forward. Okay, so let's say that I also move one step forward here, and it's their turn. Okay, what happens? They can kill me. They can move their piece forward and take my piece. Okay, so they've just taken my piece. I've lost a pawn. Okay, so let's say that they move forward. It's now my turn, so I'm now going to move this piece forward. They're going to move this piece forward, and then it's my turn, so I'm going to take their piece. Okay, now this middle bit, this rectangle bit in the middle, you can see it's blank. This is the river. So once your pawn has crossed the river, it can now not only move forward, but it can also move left and right. It can move left and right. So now what I'm going to do is get a few more pieces across the river, then I'm going to start moving left and right. So let's now move this black one forward, red one forward, black one forward. red one forward, black one forward, red one forward, black one forward. Okay, so I've got a few pieces across the river, and now I'm going to start moving left and right. So my black piece is going to move left, right, left, right. I can start moving. I can still move forward. I can still move forward. Still move forward. Remember, the black piece is your opponent. I move left and right, forward or left and right. That's it. It cannot move back. So the red piece, if you try to move backwards, look what happens. It just won't let you. Okay, you can move forward, but you can't move backwards. That is the rule. So the black piece, your opponent, can move forward, but it can't move back. All right, so that is how you move the pawn in Chinese chess. Now, I'm just going to finish the game by taking the opponent. So the black piece is coming down, red piece is going up. And for the purpose of this tutorial, we're not going to show you how to move the general yet. So you can see the black piece is moving towards the king. Now you can see that this program is very smart. It's not letting me move red anymore because my king is in check. So because I said earlier on, there is nothing that we can do to move the king, so I'm basically dead because the black piece is going to take my king and then it's game over. Okay, so that it concludes our first lesson in Chinese chess. Hopefully now you guys know how the soldier or the pawn moves in Chinese chess. I will see you guys next time for another piece in the Chinese chess set. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.